A really interesting point that I thought would be good to bring up today regarding Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 and its leak that we got yesterday from the Ghost of Hope was the lack of mention, I suppose, about the Shadow Company, Commander Graves, and the Americans overall in the story. Now, if you remember a few months ago, we got a big leak where they talked a little bit about the plot and they talked about a New York City attack potentially. And we talked a lot about Makarov and we talked a lot about the Demon Dogs and Sergeant Griggs making a return to the game. And that was a big talking point. A lot of you guys were excited to finally have the Marines back, to have Sergeant Griggs, to have new members back, to have the American element in the story. There was a lot of excitement around that. But according to this new leak, and this leak seems to be more legit than the past leak, because once again, like we've mentioned before, the Ghost of Hope is a credible leaker within Call of Duty community, and he himself stated that the previous leak might have been just wrong, or it might have been a little bit outdated, or it might have been a little bit misinterpreted. Now, in the Ghost of Hope's leak yesterday, he said 141, Special Air Service, and the Republic of Korea Army are the three major factions that you play to take down Makarov and the Kani group who are doing false flag operations to start a third world war. So he mentions 141, the Special Air Service, and the Republic Army of Korea. Now, somebody asked him in the comments, is Shadow Company, Delta Force, and Demon Dogs, are they going to be in the game or not? And can we expect new 141 members finally? And he replied saying that I was told that those three factions, 141, Special Air Service, and the Korean Army, are the three main factions. If we get any others, it would be small. That's what he said. So there's a big possibility that the Americans and the Shadow Company and all that stuff maybe won't be in the campaign. And for some of you guys, that would be devastating, because I know a lot of you guys want Shadow Company to come back, Philip Graves to come back. I mean, I do too, not gonna lie. Like I do as well. Some of you guys would have been excited for the Demon Dogs and that type of stuff also. But I think though that there still could be a possibility that maybe the Demon Dogs or the Marines do come back for at least one mission. He says that the main three factions are going to be the one they mentioned. So we can already assume that there's going to be a lot of missions, a lot of things that are going on that involve those three factions in particular. They're going to be the main ones maybe, because we're going to be in that part of the world potentially. But what if one of these false flag operations does take place in New York? Like, what if that attack still is true? I think you can still have this game be what it's sounding like it's going to be and still have at least one singular mission that takes place in New York City during a big massive attack, and you are playing as the Demon Dogs, you are playing as the Marines, and you gotta, kind of stop it or something like that. I think that could still be very plausible. I think that's something that you can still do. Play as the Marines, try to stop that false flag operation in New York. Maybe you're successful, maybe you're not and you die. Who knows what route they would go, but I think you could still make that possible. And then you could kind of flip over to 141 after that mission is over, or flip over to another faction like Korea or the Special Air Service, and then continue your story from that point on. So I think that the Demon Dogs thing could still happen, but it seems like it might not happen. It seems like we maybe won't get any Americans, any Marines, any Delta Force, and it might just be the Special Air Service, Korean Army, and 141 as a task force. He also didn't elaborate if there were going to be any new members of 141, but I would assume there might be. I mean, if again we look at it, it's only 3 guys now. If we're not counting Farah, we're not counting the other little members that come in and out, like from Alejandro's team or Alex Keller. If we just count the real members, then we only got Price, Gas, Ghost, and I guess you could say Nikolai. Is a member, but he never does anything besides just fly. So yeah, it's just it's a really small group now, and I don't know. I think there might be other members, potentially 1 or 2 that get added, and maybe we get to play as those. You guys can keep your hopes up. Maybe we'll get more information on that later on. But that's kind of what it's looking like. I mean, how would you feel if no Americans whatsoever showed up in Modern Warfare 4? Do you even care? Are you like, you know what? Fuck it. I assumed this would happen. I'm not even surprised. Or are you disappointed? To be quite frank, I'm a bit disappointed if we don't get any Demon Dogs, if we don't get Shadow Company. I would be a little bit disappointed. But I did want to talk today about the American element potentially missing from Modern Warfare 4, according to these leaks, apparently. I mean, I don't know. It's always a big topic here on this channel. A lot of us always have this conversation whether we should have more American element, whether it's even needed in Call of Duty. I don't know. I think it's needed. I think the Demon Dogs and the Marines coming in would have been awesome. I think it would have been even better if we would have gotten Delta Force. Just something like that would have been really cool. But it seems like we might not be getting any of that at all. How do you feel about it?